Hello and welcome to Experience Share. It's a Pokemon podcast starring me, Tangler.
Tangela?
Tangler.
That sounds like a like a serial killer. You tangle people up
Tangler?
and something, rope them.
It's cool.
Net
also
them.
One of Erica's mighty Pokemon this week. Easily felled whoosh, in one hit
Yeah, so satisfying.
by my all-fire team.
Slicing those up.
A.K.A. Tanner Greenring.
Tangela spaghetti.
Ooh, yummy. The shoes are like a delicacy in some cultures.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. They're like the slowpoke tail kind of a thing, you know?
Yeah. I'm joined by my co-host, Weepin' Fiel.
Weepin' Bell.
Had to have used that one before. Number of times we've trod through Kanto.
Although I feel like you did a twist on a different part of it previously, but maybe it was that. You've used Weepin' Bell one way or another for me.
Yeah, maybe it was Green Ring Bell.
That monstrosity actually does sound right. I think you have done something horrible like that before.
A.K.A. Joshua Fiel said, we are playing through Pokemon. Well, we're playing through every single Pokemon game.
That's right. Gym by gym.
The main storyline, and honestly, a good number of the side games.
Have you realized, other than I guess you would probably count Arceus as a side game? Probably?
Yeah.
But we're out. We're like out of side games, basically.
Well, that's not true. You're just not being very creative. Because there's been a number of like mobile games. What about that weird Magikarp mobile game?
Yeah,
There's been a bunch of like
Masters.
Weird, probably like 3DS
I guess
games.
Pokken Tournament.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're out there, and I've pitched them to you before.
I just want to get to the good stuff.
You're telling me, baby.
We're so close. We're so close to being in the current gen.
You're telling me, baby. Let's talk about this gen that we're in now.
Let's go.
7 still, somehow, even though we're on the Switch.
Unbelievable that this is still Gen 7 when we change consoles. That shouldn't be possible.
Let's go Eevee.
Should not be allowed.
Let's go Pikachu.
I'm Pikachu.
I'm Eevee. My Eevee looks so good now, really appealing to our core demographic this week.
What does that
found
mean?
a boutique in Celadon that sold Diglett hats.
Oh,
for
yeah,
Eevee.
yeah. You put one of those on there?
It's really up youngster Chad's alley. Yeah. And youngster Chad loves Diglett, and he's our core demo.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. You got to endorse what the core demo's into. You know, in insurrections, you just got to do whatever the base demands.
What a journey, Joshua, this week. What a nightmare.
This was a nightmare. This was a nightmare.
Before we even get into that nightmare, I want to get into the nightmare of litigating rules. In Rules Court.
Rules Court needs to come together to litigate based on last week, but I have a couple of new things.
Let's talk about the rerolls first.
For the agenda.
So we set it out to the bug catchers. Yeah. And they said, resoundingly, Tanner can reroll. But someone on Reddit had a good idea, and I'm sorry, I don't have Reddit open. Not some nerd who keeps Reddit open all the time.
I only keep it open so that I can rightfully pay respete to our fans. I care about that. Do they care about what maybe I want and maybe give me the kind of results that I would want in a poll, even though I love them? No, maybe they don't do that. They don't pay me
that
back.
I just be allowed to evolve Diglett into Doug Trio, and that is what I have elected to do. Doritos 3D's back on the team. And Josh,
if you can keep that thing alive, don't you see what happened to me last week?
Josh also got a verdict from the bug catchers, and he's not allowed to reroll. The fucking rule is named after it. His love for Mewtwo.
I'm gonna get to use Mewtwo maybe for half of an episode. I guess I'll probably be able to slaughter your whole team with it.
We have one more request of you then now. Unfortunately, you've entered into an unholy covenant with us. Because now it's your responsibility to get Josh this Mewtwo by any means necessary, including becoming best friends with him on Pokemon Go, just so you can afford to be able to send him a Mewtwo that he can then go park himself or whatever. Which we have
to be best friends on there too.
The surface of on that yet. We've got a lot of ground to cover, Josh.
Because we had a throwback to I don't even remember, maybe Gen 6 where PokéDad23 on Twitter offered me a shiny Mewtwo, but it's in Sword and Shield, which cannot trade, apparently, with Let's Go. Let's Go can only trade with Go. And our bud Mike Levine has a Shadow Mewtwo in Go, but I'm not going to take a Shadow Mewtwo from him. That's too precious. So I got nothing. And you're saying Mike, that I have to become best friends with somebody to trade? Then I have to start doing Go again?
I think so.
Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
I mean,
all to get this Mewtwo.
Yeah, well, I guess we could spend a little bit longer in the post game just so you guys can have a little more time together before you're like, memories are locked away forever in like San Junipero. But
we'll see what we can do.
Barring that, I guess I can.
The
bug catchers can try to get creative and get you a Mewtwo. I don't know. I'm at my wit's end about it, Josh. I've done everything I can. I'm the Pokemon idiot in our relationship.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. At least I got that. I don't know that I'll be able to get a Mewtwo, but let's see who comes out of the woodwork with a scheme.
I'd say
open the schemes. I became decent friends with a few folks on there when I was playing Go. Maybe we could pull it off.
Sure.
Maybe.
I might have a Mewtwo.
Am I allowed to bribe people? Can I throw merch at them if they give me a Mewtwo?
Hell yeah.
The rules court allows bribery.
Yeah.
Okay.
While we're on this topic,
it's a kangaroo court. Kangaskhan court.
Everyone, while we're on the topic, everyone, please go check out Fueled by Rob's stirring eulogy to his
beautiful eulogy.
Diglett.
Yeah, also a Diglett, like I did last week. Arguably, probably a better eulogy, at least singing voice-wise, than either Tanner and I have ever done.
So Rob gets a sticker.
It's on the Twitter.
Special stickers that we're now getting printed.
And we are, another bug catcher also did another form of acceptable eulogy that you can get rewarded for, which is writing basically an epitaph. If you don't want to sing, obviously we encourage the singing, but Rainbow Goose 88 on Twitter also gave us a nice epitaph.
It's a sticker.
Sticker.
I think you'll like them. Maybe I'm not going to tell you what they say, but
no,
maybe the image will start circulating and you'll
because
get
we
really
don't have it
and you'll want
yet.
No, that also too.
Yeah,
they haven't been printed yet, but they're on their way.
Do we want to resolve any other rules court issues now? If I have one,
yeah, please.
Or should I wait? The question I pose to the court is, we encounter Giovanni for the first time this week. I was basing Trainer Banger on Gym Leader Giovanni, but this Giovanni has, in addition to the lower evolutions of the Nido lines, a Persian. And
so what's
does
the
Trainer Banger include
Circulian and this Giovanni?
The Persian. Addition of Persian, and then
that's it.
I don't think that he has a Doug Trio in this version. So
you would be swapping out Doug Trio for Persian.
Well, let me check. Doesn't he have the Rhyhorn for sure?
I don't
know. Did
he
not?
I'm
did he have the Nidos?
I guess I can also go and Google.
No, I'm pulling it up. I got it.
Let's
right now,
go.
What he's got is only a Rhyhorn and a Persian. Oh, so you would say in this court,
I'm saying you have to pick.
I would have to choose this version of Giovanni. I cannot do both versions.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, if that's the dichotomy, then I'm keeping
I don't know.
the gym
How important
one.
Is that to you?
I can't lose.
We can put it out to a vote.
I can't lose a quarter of my fucking team, which we'll get into, because I already basically have. I'm
happy to put it out into a vote. Can you have every iteration
Persian.
within the game? And what if I find Chad as an older man, adult Chad, at some point?
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Yeah. I'm going to drop the case.
All right, the case is dropped. I have to complain about I think, admittedly, optional rule that we're both abiding by. And I say this as like someone who's like, come through hell. Like someone who like beat Dark Souls,
Yeah.
I'm like, I did this, but I want to complain about it for a second. The level cap rule is killing me.
Yeah.
It's the hardest rule in this whole rule set is trying to keep your levels under the top level of the gym leader.
It's rough. It is optional. We did that to ourselves.
Yeah. But like you have to be very careful because if your Pokemon get too high, you have to sub them out because then you can't use them in the gym if they're too high. So you're like bringing in all these like B and C stringers, but then like the B and C stringers aren't quite strong enough for like the area you're in.
Right.
So you got to go like catch and like try to like grind them up a few levels, and then you like go out there and you test the water again, and you get into these like super dicey matches where it's like I'm dropping a super heal every single turn.
Yeah.
Just to like survive, waiting for them to like miss a shot so I can like get in a hit. And I just have to like have a million super heals on me. So I'm broke, dead broke, because you always also constantly have to buy balls.
Yeah.
And we've gotten in some real hairy scrapes because of it.
Yeah, I don't love it. I don't know why we did that to ourselves. This is starting to get about as hard as like a normal Nuzlocke, and I feel like we weren't really going for that.
Persian also was level 35. Giovanni's Persian.
Yeah.
So he exceeded our fucking level cap.
The reason that I was bringing that up is mostly I remember someone in Cerulean maybe mentioned that you can ride on the back of Persians. That's why I wanted the Persian. So like you can, if you take it out of its Pokeball, I think that you ride around on it.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Let's get you a Persian. I think you guys should choose this version of Giovanni. Or we can see what the bug catchers think.
But then I guess I would get Rhydon. Because if you get to have Dugtrio, that implies I could at least evolve the Rhyhorn, but then I can't. But then I lose the Nidos.
And Dugtrio, but you wouldn't want Dugtrio.
I'm not doing a Dugtrio again.
Yeah.
Lord knows I don't even need any more ground Pokemon on my team, but we'll get to that.
All right. Rules Court is out of session.
Adjourned.
And here we are on Route 11, fresh off our victory over Lieutenant Surge. You did Route 11 last week. I had to come out here and just check things out. You said there was Mr. Mimes out here. Sure enough, they are. They are just walking around on the paths. Every now and then they'll stop and just do some mime shit.
Yeah, the barrier.
Yeah. And then, I just chopped him up. Beedrill was out there just chopping him up.
Thrusting at them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good because I think Professor Oak gives you I think he gives you different candies based on the Pokemon you send him, right?
Yeah.
So if you catch a bunch of Mr. Mimes out here, I think you get something cool. I try to mass catch a variety of Pokemon so I can get a ton of good candies and have a good even spread on my completely overpowered core Pokemon team. And they're like completely overpowered stats in every direction on the radial.
Yeah, I haven't been doing it that much because it still feels like a little Mayor Cheaty.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not using them, but it's like a Nuzlocke and you're catching them. So it's like, but I know it's the only way to actually raise Mon.
Just grinding them up.
I'm going to have to grind them up for this next leg because I got some leveling to do.
Diglett's Cave. Dorito Doug calls this the Hurt Locker.
How so?
He was catching and chopping up and shipping off Diglett candies across the nation.
Yeah.
And Zubat candies and even Chansey candies. A fair number of Chansey candies, surprisingly. They wanted me to catch
jack up the Chansey appearances, I think, because there are also a fair number of them I saw in Mount Moon. And Chansey was never here in the original game.
No, but they're here for some
interesting choice. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're back over on the west side, back by
Pewter City.
Yeah, Pewter City. And before we can go anywhere, some dork's like, "Hey, come in here," and he teaches us Light Up. So it's like
Flash.
There's no avoiding the HMs in this game. You're getting them one way or another. They're like a cutscene each time. But yeah, you get Flash.
Yeah,
they don't explain the mechanics.
We don't have to ruin our Pokemon with it, at least.
The Eevee jumps in every time someone's like, "I'd love to teach you this hidden move." Eevee's like, "No, teach me instead." And they do not explain the mechanics behind Eevee flashing. They sort of just imply that Eevee's presence lights up the room.
Yeah, Eevee is interesting.
Imagine it makes sense for Pikachu.
Makes sense for Pikachu, yeah.
But we get Flash, which is important because the next thing in front of us is Rock Tunnel. And Rock Tunnel is this is just the beginning of the gauntlet.
Oh, yeah.
This is the sign-in area.
Oh, yeah.
And it's long.
Oh, my God. Yes, it is.
You pop down here, you blast a Flash, and then the journey begins, Joshua. Rock Tunnel, it's the same as it was in the original games, and it's as long and as looping and as confusing as ever. Except now you can mostly avoid the Pokemon, except you're there's some good catching down here.
Yeah,
if you're
I
in
guess.
The business.
I caught a Rhyhorn.
If you're in the business of candy making.
I can catch that.
Oh, yeah. Did you?
Yeah, I caught a Rhyhorn. That was my first appearance. Which I guess is probably... Oh, no, it's common. Okay, of course it is.
They introduced Pokemaniac guy, the sort of sprite type. Reminds me of you.
I thought your joke was that you usually call me a super nerd. I'm a Pokemaniac now?
You're a Pokemaniac. It's sort of like a creep.
Wear a Slowpoke outfit.
Slowpoke, sweatsuit.
Well, I will say I did like Poké Maniac Winston's team, which consisted of Joshy Sweetie, Kangaskhan.
Ooh, there's Kangaskhan down here, right?
Yeah, on Winston's team, but I did see one eventually in the overworld too, which reinforced the sweetiness. But
oh, Josh,
it's a delight to see it come out in the battle because the big Kangaskhan goes like wah, like with its arms, and then the little baby does too.
I realize now why I had a video recorded of me killing a Kangaskhan. Because when you knock out a Kangaskhan,
you eat the baby.
The mom gets knocked out and blasts back into the ball, and the baby goes ah, and looks back at the mom just as it's getting sucked back into the ball.
I repressed that.
It was really upsetting.
That is really upsetting.
We are through Rock Tunnel. We run into Jesse and James down here too.
Yeah,
with their coughing and their Ekans or Arbok or whatever it is at this point.
Yeah.
But eventually we emerge and they're like, oh, that was pretty tough, huh? And you're like, yeah, really tough. And they're like, long journey, huh? It's like, yeah, really long journey. And they're like, bet you could use a Poké Center, right? And I was like, really could use a Poké Center. Yeah, some of us are on the real brink here. And we're pretty low on supplies. And they're like, okay, well, you have to face 4 more trainers first.
Right.
Mandatory. Grunts. I'm riding high, Joshua, on the coming out of Rock Tunnel on Route 10. Dorito Doug is riding high. We went through unscathed. Felt like a real journey, you know?
Yeah.
Some real close calls.
Glad
Got really close
with
Doritos 3D. We're glad that we've made this judgment on Diglett being able to evolve into Doug Trio. And Diglett was pretty useful, I guess, at times useful in Rock Tunnel, though not my ringer. My ringer, of course, was Mew.
Yeah, obviously.
As Mew would be on anyone's
You're
team.
Never going to run into any fucking trouble because of that thing.
But I had Doritos 3D out in the lead because I was putting some levels on it and came out of the cave and went verged away from the picnickers or like rangers or whatever they are and towards the hiker. And the hiker brought out like a Geodude, blasted through him. No problem.
No problem.
And a Graveler who hit Doritos 3D on the head with a rock slide, and the rock slide animation in this game, yeah, Diglett. The rock slide animation in this game is so silly because it's just one big rock and it bonks off the head and it looks like a coconut bonking off.
Yeah.
Which added to insult because it killed Diglett.
God, see these Digletts. I mean, a Diglett ground type is getting destroyed by a rock move.
So I've prepared a song.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, now you can share. I shouldn't laugh, but now, we can laugh away the pain now that we both lost Digletts.
Yeah, and it's a short song because I have another one later in the episode.
Oh my God.
Here I go. A la 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 long, a la 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 long fucking rock tunnel. Come on! A la 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 long, a la 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 long fucking rock tunnel. Standing outside the cave, I saw you smile. I said I wanna go heal, be back in a little while. But before I could make my move, your emotions started running wild. I met your eyes, it's battle time. I hope my mom don't die. I'm hoping that my mom don't die. A rock slide's gonna make you dead. Dead so you can't play no more. And if I cry out, Hiker Clark will just kill some more. Rock slide's gonna make you dead. Dead so I can't play no more. And if I cry out, Hiker Clark will just kill some more. A la 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 la, a la 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 long fucking rock tunnel. Come on! All right, Joshua, that was my beautiful song for Doritos 3D, the Diglett. I'm sure it was a reference you understood and appreciated.
Shook. I'm shook by the delivery of the song, and I'm shook by the very idea that you have another song coming up.
I know, and I have to get another Diglett. It's easy. I can go back in a Diglett cave on your fucking recatch on any route rule.
Yeah. Yeah, but you got to make your way back there at this point, which is dangerous because we still don't have access to flying around.
Well, yeah. Wink, wink. Yes, we do.
What the hell does that mean?
We got the flying machine.
What flying machine? I don't have a flying machine.
You didn't get the What do you mean? You didn't get the flying machine?
No. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know if you're joking or not. You got access
I'm not
to the flight
joking.
HM.
Where? Oh, west of Celadon?
Side of maybe it happened. No,
it's normally west of Celadon is Fly HM.
We got it right after Team Rocket HQ. Some dude's parked out there, and he's like, "Hey, here's my flying machine." And Evie's like, "I want to learn how to fly it." Because then I was bopping back and forth between Lavender Town and Celadon for the like Poké Flute shit.
Okay, you played ahead. I mean, that's just like outrageous. I have no. I'm like
that doesn't all happen this leg.
No, God, you don't go back to Lavender Town on this leg. What are you talking about?
I think I had to. I thought I had to like make the story go because you watch a like Cubone and like your rival go into Lavender Tower.
Yeah, I went into Lavender,
but then that sets off the whole like Silphco like Team Rocket.
Yeah, but you go into Pokemon Tower in Lavender Town. You go up to the top. You have to go back to find
your rival.
That's
again.
Next week. That's supposed to be next week.
Well,
that you go back.
I got the Poké Flute, so I guess we'll talk about that next week. But
yeah, I'm not talking about that shit on top of all this other shit.
Hard for me. This took me so long to do this entire leg. I mean,
it took me forever too, but I didn't do that. I didn't even do that.
Well, whatever. I got the flying machine.
Where are we?
So now we're in Lavender Town, and it's just as creepy, although it's kind of got like a little bit of like a resort town feel, you know? Like people come here to celebrate in peace.
Well, I did want to quickly talk about on the first, this is what I thought, on the first side of Route 10, which is before Rock Tunnel, that's where we meet Lorelei, because she cruises up on our Lapras when we're outside of Rock Tunnel before we go in.
Yeah,
when we are assaulted by four grunts.
Lorelei.
Yeah, Hachi Machi.
She like swoops in on her.
She's essentially sitting like two legs on one side on this also sensual looking Lapras.
Yeah,
and she looks like a mean librarian kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. And she's stern to these Team Rocket boys. And she makes us fight one of them. But I think I made short work of him.
Yeah, I think Lorelei is a trainer banger. And now I understand why so many bug catchers who are playing along with us on Let's Go had Lorelei, almost veering into fan fiction. Lorelei and Captain Mr. Squirt in particular is a running thread, I would say, with some of the playthroughs that we've heard about.
Yeah.
So I get it now. I get it.
Hachimachi. Lavender Town.
Yes.
Here we are. There's not much to do here right now. You can go into Spooky Tower, and you can actually get all the way to the top of Spooky Tower because they've turned the like ghost mechanic into like Boo from Mario mechanic, where these number of ghosts kind of walk around the stage, like follow you around the stage, but you can like get around and get to the stairs. Yeah, you can just
avoid them. And if they get close, you can run to the stairs and then go back up, and then they'll reset to like some other area. So yeah. I did fight all of the, what are they? Hex Maniacs or Channelers, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's going to make next week a lot easier for you, like it did for me the next time I came through the Graveyard Tower. What's it called? Lavender Tower?
Isn't it Pokemon Tower?
Pokemon Tower?
Yeah, Pokemon Tower.
But you do need to get the Silphscope.
Yeah, so you cannot finish it until you get the Silphscope.
We're going to have to go west because, I don't know, we figured out that the Silphscope is there. Team Rocket has it.
Yeah. Because they're after this Cubone, whose mommy won't let you go up any farther. They want the skull.
This fucking game a million times. You know what happens. We're on Route 8. It's that really like, it's like a good training route. Honestly, there's a ton of trainers out here and a good little catching route where you can catch a lot of Pokemon.
I would call Route 8 a gauntlet. It was a bloodbath. This whole little strip, this tiny strip that separates Lavender Town from Saffron and the underground path that goes to Celadon. It's like that elevator opening in The Shining.
Yeah.
Just blood.
It seems like one
feet
guy.
of blood and blood as far as the eye can see.
I'm looking over your notes, just skimming your notes. Did we both get hit by the same guy?
Well, first, when I went in here, when Caprica 6 went in here, I encountered Gamer Rich. And I'm not expecting anything, you know? They're like the new version of like the Gambler. I guess they're like cleaning up their act, even though
they always have like a gimmick slots, though, right? That's what I remember from last time we played through. Like now that there's like, I think they have some gimmick, but I don't know what it is.
I didn't remember that gamblers / gamers had a gimmick. I remember like fire breathers do, you know, Pokemaniacs obviously do, but this guy, Gamer Rich, has a Sea King. And I'm like, whatever, great. I got a Gyarados up front who knows their Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
And the Sea King went first.
Fucking toast.
And you know what that Sea King used? Horn Drill.
Horn Drill, yeah, of course.
And it hit.
Yeah.
The Gyarados. The Gyarados, which is a one-hit KO, if you don't recall, butt catchers, normally terrible move. I would never put any Fissure, Horn Drill, I never touch any of that shit. Sheer Cold. And it hit Gyarados, but Gyarados it toughed it out so I wouldn't feel sad, you know?
Yeah.
So it survived, and then I used Thunderbolt, and I killed the Sea King. And I
figured out
Jesus.
what the gamer type gimmick is.
Well, yeah, they're gamblers, effectively. They're just like trying to get one-hit KOs.
In all games since Gen 4, the exclusive, this is Lionheart MVU wiki. Don't know what that is. In all games since Generation 4, they exclusively use various Pokemon that tend to rely on luck over skill, specializing in one-hit knockout moves such as Horn Drill.
It's a good gimmick, to be fair. I do like it. I didn't like it in the game.
So Stan.
As me, I like it. Oh, don't talk. I'm not ready to talk
sorry,
about.
Not Stan. Rich.
Rich I got out of it.
Gyarados.
I survived.
With
you got out of it. Hit point. Because Gyarados held on, toughed it out.
Yes.
Yeah, the love thing. I was like, phew, wasn't expecting that. I didn't even, I forgot that Sea King could even have Horn Drill, but then I understand what's going on. Start to figure out what's going on, I would say, with the gamers. And then I just, trundle my way on.
A few more battles, and then we get to Gamer Stan.
Gamer Stan.
The next gamer who's got a Rhyhorn.
A simple Rhyhorn. One Rhyhorn.
Yep.
And what level is it?
Not a tremendous level.
I don't think so.
Correctly.
Level 35. Not bad.
Yeah.
Because it's just the one. Everyone else has level like 26 and 27 stuff. So this is
level
at
35?
Yeah, this is at par,
right, that is
if not
tough.
above many of our Mon at this point.
Yeah.
This is
we're aiming for 34.
This is like almost this is Giovanni status what he has. Level 35 Rhyhorn. Gamer Stan.
Right. Well, then I understand why this was so hard. But
so, do you want to go first, or do you want me to talk about this? What happened to me with Gamer Stan?
Well, yours is a disaster, and let me just get my second. Let me just get my second song out because I had Spicy Nacho, my Vulpix, out in the front.
Should we just do a duet?
Just training it up. Yeah, I'll just come in on yours.
Yeah.
Pick something that I can come in on with a verse, and I'll just come in on yours with Spicy Nacho, my Vulpix, because I went up against against Gamer Stan with Vulpix out in the front, training it up.
Yeah.
Trying to get it up to I think 42 before I can drop the Firestone that they gave me right here.
Sure. Yeah, you get it in the little patch of grass.
I rolled the dice. Gamer Stan rolled the dice against the house and Gamer Stan won.
Did he ever?
Because he horn drilled the fuck out of Vulpix.
They have tweaked this horn drill on these gamers. There is no way that it is 30% when it is hitting like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So, rest in pedals, Spicy Nacho, the Vulpix. And let's hear about your journey through this incredible obstacle.
So you can't avoid Gamer Stan. He's like right there before the end of the route. So at this point, I'm training up Gloom because similar to you with the Vulpix, I'm trying to raise it up to, I forget what level. And it was already one of my ringers. It was level like 33. It was like getting near the ceiling before I could even like not use it anymore if I wanted to use it. I wasn't really paying attention though with Gloom because, Erica's coming up. I'm not going to use it in that gym battle anyway. Yeah. So it's 33, maybe even 34. No problem. Bringing it up. And I'm like, great. Rhyhorn, like fucking great. I can use Mega Drain on this and probably kill it in one hit. Well, guess what? The Rhyhorn was faster than the Gloom. Yeah. And he rolled the dice because apparently he understands the concept of sometimes you got to roll a hard 6. Yeah. And he did. And he got Horn Drill a hit. Gloom did not tough it out. And Gloom got killed. One hit KO.
Your little baby.
Roslyn.
I really thought Roslyn was going to be with you. Well, obviously.
That's a name that's my favorite character in Battlestar. So obviously, Roslyn was supposed to be around for this whole fucking game. And I didn't think a gamer is just going to kill it on Route 8 with a Rhyhorn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I prepared a song.
Well, rest in pedals, we both lost someone.
I prepared a song, except I'm not going to sing it yet. Because you know what happened next?
What? Did you roll the dice again?
It's a rock ground type, and the only other one that I have that's super effective against that is the Gyarados, so I brought Gyarados in.
Yeah, roll the dice.
Try to use a Scald, think that will probably kill it in one hit. It didn't. The Rhyhorn clings on with red hit points, and you know what? Rolled a fucking hard 6 again. Yep. He's done Sword Drill, and it had already used up all of its love to survive from the Seeking of Gamer Rich. Yeah. So Gamer stands Rhyhorn, gets another successful Horn Drill, and then it one-hit KOs my fucking Gyarados. My other ringer that I was also not planning to use against Erica, obviously. So it was also level fucking like 35.
Two notches in its belt.
Both of two of my ringers dead to Gamer stands.
Three notches in its belt. Took out my Vulpix too.
So my kill count is now 4. Yours is
3.
3.
Yep.
And I have prepared a song for both Gyarados and Gloom.
Featuring Tanner Green,
Boomer, and Roslyn.
Vulpix.
Yeah, you could just throw in on my song so that you don't... Because two original songs in one episode is a lot. I guess I got lucky that both of them died to the same trainer. Yeah. So I just have to do this one song. Watch out. Gamer trainers wanna battle. Sea Kings. Rhyhorns, but not a ride-on. Horn drills accuracy higher than you'd expect. Burning down the route. Use revive. Wait till the turn is over. Hold tight. We're in an EXP lock. There has got to be a way. Burning down the route. Thunderbolt has no effect. Too late for sleep powdering. Nurse Joy is here. Box you up and send you far. Maybe you know where you are. Fighting Gyarados. Got all wet. Rhyhorn might need a raincoat. Horn Drill. Pokemon killed in broad daylight. Murder in the 3rd degree. Burning down the route.
Oh, it was her cute little face. I had her out, couldn't help myself. She's something to showcase. Gambler Richie made it work, and baby OHKO'd Vulpix. I am sick of Rich's game. Oh, Josh, that is how you do a David Byrne impersonation. God, were you even trying? What, were you in a Zoom meeting? It's like you were whispering into the mic. I gotta get back to it. Burning down the route. Next route. Oh, more in the next prairie. That's right. Control C and Control V. Summon sure are easy to perceive. Burn it down the route. I'll catch another, then one more, and you have not seen nothing yet. The whole team's back together. And by the way, a new Vulpix, but this one's from the island set. Mixing ices with fire. Woo! We're not waiting around for that last verse. That's it. That's all you get, bug catchers. Rest and petals, Vulpix, spicy nacho. I did catch another one on the next route. Josh, Route 7 is a little jag here. Little catch and route. And catch some Vulpixes out here if you want.
Yeah, a little.
I think what I got.
Or Growliths for me.
Oh.
Which I guess I have to say, right? Arcanine is one of Caprica 6's sweeties, so I did catch a Growlithe.
Oh, cool.
Because she likes the beautiful and the powerful. So,
cool for you.
Kind of both.
You looking forward to getting an Arcanine? Really majestic.
Yeah, I'd like to have one. Yeah. I mean...
Root.
I got space on the team, don't I?
Celadon City. So then my notes end abruptly here because, I've been back and forth through Celadon City now several times on a couple of fetch quests that I apparently
I don't really understand what you were doing.
But first off, let's talk about Game Freak
Did you do
HQ.
Team Rocket's hideout?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how you get the Sylph Scope, to go back to Pokemon Tower and do that to get the Poké Flute, which I thought you needed to get to Erica.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know. But
you can do Erica before the Rocket Hideout.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Did you do Rocket Hideout?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, we're in Celadon City. So we're tracking down... Well, I went to Game Freak HQ first.
Oh, I did too.
They've gotten even more, bizarre.
It's a little over the top.
One of them's a kind of a creep. He's like, hey, which girl do you like the best? Misty or Erica or...
Lorelei?
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time on her.
One of them's like, I wrote you. And it's like, get out of my head.
Yeah, this is not cute anymore.
Yeah.
They've not aged well. They might look better, but they have not aged well.
Other than that, the whole town is just run amok with Team Rocket, as you know.
Yeah, they're hanging out in somebody's house. They're
honestly,
all over that
fun.
cafe.
One guy stopped me in the street and he's like, my life as a criminal makes me feel so alive.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I don't know the last time I felt so alive, you know?
Yeah, certainly not my Pokemon on my team.
And then we can just go dive down into Team Rocket HQ. You're not allowed to gamble anymore.
I know. They got rid of the gambler and replaced it with a gamer, and then we can't even get a coin case.
I know. They're just like, one guy even chides you. He's like, no. Go live your life. Go take on don't waste your time in the gambling hall. The game sounds cool too. They keep describing the game. Some kind of flying game.
Yeah, it sounded good.
But that's not what we're here for. Because we know.
And there's no way that we can get any of those prize mon anymore, right?
Well, I can tell you.
I can't remember. I guess I didn't really try because I was just trying to get through the leg because it was so long.
It happened to me, believe it or not.
Well, how'd you do it?
Well, I went down into Team Rocket HQ, right? And I started fighting Team Rocket HQ guys because they're bad guys, and I need to get this Sylph Scope and help this Cubone. So I go down there and I start battling Team Rocket HQ guys, and I'm like, I'm ill-equipped for this. I need to grind out some levels. My 2 Vulpixes weren't doing a good job down here.
Oh, see, this was a cakewalk for me, thank God, to have a reprieve, because everybody just has Rattatas and Raticates and Coughings and Golbats. And I've got some of my surviving Mon. Nidorino has double kick for the normal types, and then I have Kadabra with Psybeam for all the poison. So this was nothing.
This was not easy for me, but at the time I was just training up these Vulpi, and wasn't doing a good job. So I was like, okay, I got to get out of here. I'm wasting too many potions. So I went out and trained some more. And as I went out into Route 7, just east of town, literally flying out of fucking nowhere was Porygon, who just slammed it to me.
What? On Route 7?
Whatever the route is east of Celadon, where like all those Vulpixes and Growlithes are.
Yeah, Route 7.
Yeah. I was just walking out that way to go grind out some levels on catching, and a Vulpix like screamed out of the sky to slam into me and like
a Porygon?
Make it a Porygon to make itself caught. So I caught a Porygon.
What?
Which, as you know, is one of Tanny's sweeties.
It is?
Yeah, because of its colorways. It really pops. It really goes with Doritos, like vibrant flavors and vibrant colors.
Think about it. Porygon probably should have been Doritos 3D.
Well, he has an opportunity because, as you know, Doritos 3D is dead.
Well, I'm very confused. I don't see Porygon on this Pokemon in the area. How did this happen?
Literally, I just walked out onto...
This sounds like Mayor Cheat to me. What are you talking about?
You're going to battle it later. Or I guess not, but like...
Well, where did you get it?
It just literally flew out of the sky and hit me on Route 7 when I went out to go train.
What?
I don't know where it came from.
There is only one place you'll be able to catch Porygon in the wild. If you head to Route 7 in the grassy area that's on the Celadon City side of the tunnel, etc., it's just above the building that lets you pass between Celadon and Saffron once you give the guard some tea. Rare spawn. It's not even on the IGN walkthrough.
It got me.
What?
So, yeah, I guess you can get the...
But it came up to you, so it was your first encounter also.
Yeah, it literally charged me.
Okay. I was thinking about how Porygon probably should have been one of my sweeties in retrospect, because it's like a computer Pokemon, but, you know, I made my choices.
Yeah.
Well, so I would run it. I love this thing's
colorway.
Yeah.
Its name is...
Damn it.
Dynamita Habanero, because it's got some similar bag-like colors to the bag.
Wow.
Those little Dynamitas.
Your team sounds interesting. I wish I liked my team.
Then the only other thing, so you go down into, so I went and ground out some levels, of course, went down into Team Rocket HQ, cleaned the fucking place out, and then went up against, honestly,
throne room that Giovanni's got. Yeah. I mean, he looks so good here with the Persian.
There was one cool new part where it's sort of you get to control Eevee or Pikachu in your case.
Oh yeah. To get
the ducts.
They changed it to get the lift key, where it's not just talking to some grunt that you've defeated. The grunt now hucks it up into like the rafters or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get to control Eevee or Pikachu to go through the like vents and the panels to go find it, which is kind of fun, kind of a nice build.
I thought the hardest battle in this whole place was Jesse and James. I actually like started to struggle with Jesse and James towards
the wheezing and the Arbok.
Yeah, like they kept like the like big blasting. Well, I was still trying to train up these fucking Vulpixes at the time, but eventually you just like got to trade out for your fucking Mew. You know what I mean? Get Mew out of here and clean this place out.
I mean, Mew could have one-hit KO'd probably everything in here. Does it have Psybeam or Psychic already?
What do you think?
Yeah.
We ran into Mr. Psychic.
You don't have anything to worry about. Like, by the time you get to eat of the Elite Four, as long as it doesn't, like, level out, which I guess that's what you have to worry about. But you could probably just run all of the Elite Four with a fucking Mew.
We'll see. What a godsend it's been for this grueling journey that I've been on. Yeah. Luckily, I haven't been relying on it because it's leveling up too quickly.
I hope it
also, it doesn't know any stab moves. Because it's what? Normal type?
No, it's Psychic, you idiot.
Oh, it does know a couple stab moves then. Yeah, I would not want it to.
I've made so many mistakes. You get away with the mayor cheating with the secret, like buying the Poké Ball thing, and then you just get Poké Ball Plus, and then you get a Mew, and the bug catchers don't impugn you for that.
I think it was legal. I think, in fact, that's why I said I was claiming Mew as
You never said it on the mic.
Get through it. There's this new guy called Archie, who I named a guy.
Yeah, they retconned. They retconned some anonymous admin in the first game is now Archie. Archer. Archie is Team Magma.
But you blow through Archer, and then you're up against fucking Giovanni's level 35 Persian. Luckily, it's like not that hard, but you see a 35, and you're like, yikes.
No, but Persian's not that good.
No.
I just
and then you got the Sylph Scope. And then you spend another hour and a half playing the game, getting through the next chunk, training up a little bit. But you're not going to talk about that until next week.
No, because that's just not part of this leg.
So then you go to Erica.
The gym.
Celadon City Gym, once you've kicked the Rocket out of the fucking place. Should we talk about the teams we brought into Erica's gym?
Reluctantly. Level check.
Who you got, Caprica 6?
Caprica 6.
You're the sexy robot from Battlestar Galactica.
That's right. And she's assembling what she thinks is a Cylon army because she thinks she's surrounded by just so many of the same Pokemon all the time.
Yeah.
That she thinks, everybody can just get resurrected.
Yeah.
Although maybe some cracks in that theory are starting to pop up after this leg. I don't see a new Gyarados or a new Gloom anywhere. A new Boomer and a new Roslyn.
You'll have to go
Instead,
back.
We have Gaius, the Pikachu's level 34 with Floaty Float or whatever.
This is your OG
move,
Pikachu?
Bounce.
Your like dress up Pikachu?
Yeah. Okay. I do have another Pikachu.
Yeah.
If you recall.
I do.
Another Gaius.
No, I'm the mirror cheat. This guy's using his fucking Pikachu.
I didn't use the dupe clause.
You're using your OG Pikachu? Perfect stats?
Yeah.
Fine. Who else is on your team?
Doc Coddle, Nidorino is level 35.
Like it?
Evolving soon enough. I think I had to get it to 37 or 39 for Poison Jab, as long as it survives.
Yeah.
Really going to be on my hind legs if that fucking thing doesn't pull it off. And then we got Bill Adama, the Kadabra, level 34. I'd love to evolve this today if we have the time.
Yeah,
if you
please, we're gonna battle after
be
this.
Open to a trade.
Also, bug catchers.
Can I please evolve it before the battle?
Yeah,
please throw me a bone here, because it's about to get dark after that. Then we have number 1, John Cavill, the Rhyhorn, level 25, which is number 1 because the whole thing is that there's the debate of whether Rhydon, Bulbasaur, Mew, or Arceus is the first Pokemon, because Rhydon is like the first one that was designed.
Yeah.
And that's why like the statues in the original games all resemble it.
Yep.
And then Bulbasaur is number 1 in the Pokédex. Mew has the genetic material of all Pokemon, and then Arceus is the god. So number 1, the first Cylon.
Wow.
John Cavill, the religious one.
And
then Golbat, the Golbat, level 24. If you recall, after Callie the Zubat got killed, some trainer traded me a Golbat that's named Golbat.
Right.
And I have to have that because I have to have a barf on my team, and Gyarados was my barf. So now I have this. I have a Golbat.
The Golbat. Yep.
So this team is getting really yucky, I would say. And then we have Starbuck, the Nidorina, that is level 34. That's new. I caught that on route.
I like that.
10.
I like having both.
Yeah, we'll be able to be boyfriend and girlfriend, Doc Coddle and Starbuck. I guess I should have made it Zach. I should have made the Nidorino Zach. Maybe I'll retcon that.
Yeah. Well, you can change the names at will in this game.
Yeah.
So.
If they live.
Dorito,
and that's what I have.
Dorito
half of Giovanni's team, if you haven't noticed, because that's all that I got left.
Dorito Doug, simple man, simple taste, just wants to track every flavor of Doritos, ever has been, or ever will be.
All that has been will be.
Salsa Verde. Oh, someone in one of the bug catchers tweeted us that they have access to Salsa Verde Doritos still.
Oh,
I don't know, Shangri-La somewhere,
Yeah. You got to get out there.
Mew and Salsa Verde is Mew, level 34. Mew and Dorito Doug have formed such a close relationship that he's always cheering her on, and like she like glances back. She's always like enduring like things that could almost be one-hit kills.
Mm-hmm.
They just really love one another.
I bet. Mm-hmm.
It's really nice. I don't think Dorito Doug expected this when he set out on this journey, but. Corn Tortilla,
I think he did.
Yeah. But Corn Tortilla B-Drill, level 34. He preordained it.
It's so funny that the B-Drill is the one that's still alive.
It's honestly great. Especially because I've fed it so many candies. Nacho, Charmeleon, level 34. Yeah. Tapatio, Arcanine, of course, my Arcanine, level 34.
This is getting really rough.
I was out in... so then actually these next two, I have to sort of Arcanine and the next one I have to sort of not go back to rules cordon because it ultimately doesn't matter. I'm going to run them regardless of what anyone says. But I did acquire Arcanine and Alolan Vulpix from NPCs in towns. That counts as an encounter, right?
We didn't talk about that. That's a rule that you're supposed to establish in the beginning, is whether or not you're able to do trades and static encounters to catch.
Because you get the Arcanine in Lieutenant Surge's town, whatever it's called, Vermilion. If you like show some lady that you've caught 5 Meowths, it might be a different.
She
Pokemon
gives you an Arcanine.
She gives you a fully evolved Arcanine.
That's
level
fuck?
17. So you're picking up lots
I would
of great
ask
moves.
I don't know about that, because that means that you can't catch Pokemon in order to trigger it. You needed to already have them.
I didn't need to trade her. She just saw that she saw that I caught 5 Meowths, which of course I had.
But you had only done that
1,000 Meowths.
But they wouldn't have been your first, or were they your first encounter somehow? No,
it's just like I had caught 5 Meowths, and she was like, "Show me 5 Meowths." Well, whatever. I've got an Arcanine.
This team is so stacked. 34. Like, I think I would rule against you in rules.
Tapatio is like a hot sauce. It's really good, and there's a Doritos flavor that's like Tapatio hot sauce flavor Doritos.
I would throw this rules court question to the bug catchers, but we all know that they're just going to side with you in this Kangaskhan court.
It's also not a rules court issue. That's why I didn't bring it up during rules court. Vulpix, Alolan Vulpix, level 34. Got it from an NPC trade.
Okay, that you needed to use a Vulpix that you did legally catch to do that trade. I would
almost certainly
argue.
Did.
Almost certainly?
Yeah, because I kept going out to Route 7 to train, and the thing I kept catching was Vulpixes. So I have probably like 10 encounter. Fresh catch Vulpixes out there because of your reroute catch rules.
Though. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. Who cares?
So that's when I got Alolan Vulpix. My first ice type on my Fire Ice team. A celebration, Josh.
Are you going to run...
The people of Naboo or
both?
Fanfare. Yeah, of course I'm running both.
Yeah, I would.
They look great out there together, up against Jesse and James. Oh! I can't rename it. Its name is Vulpix. And finally, when I traded away Doritos 3D, I got connected with someone whose name translated to Fuso on Google Translate.
Okay.
And I traded him my Diglett Doritos 3D, and he graciously sent back what translates to Booster.
Oh, Booster.
The Flareon.
It was a Flareon?
Level 35.
How are you getting this luck? What the fuck's going on here?
I mean, when I traded away for Vulpix, I got a level 57 Magikarp that I just turned into candy.
Okay. I mean, all of that is great, though. You know what's... I didn't even talk about my trades. You know what I got?
What?
I traded the Gloom to somebody who traded me a Graveler that evolved into a Golem. And then I'm not an asshole, so I traded the Golem back, and then he traded me the Gloom back. So I can't use that Gloom. I presume it is my Gloom, though. That's interesting.
No, it was his Gloom, actually.
It became his Gloom and then traded it back to me. Does that make the Gloom?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's his Gloom. Yeah. Look at the fucking rule. It says, like, as long as it fits your team, you can use the Pokemon you get back from the trainer.
No, but it's my original Gloom that
it's not.
Been
it's
KO'd.
His Gloom.
Now that's interesting, and then I would not be as upset about all these other
I think you
potential
absolutely
rules violations you've been doing.
I think you absolutely get that Gloom back.
So I can bring Roslyn back?
It wasn't your Gloom, it was his Gloom.
Okay, so Roslyn's back.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
Keep it?
Yeah, I have it.
Thank goodness.
I wasn't even thinking about this scenario, but I had it. Okay, great.
I think absolutely.
That's a boon for my team, because the Gyarados got traded away for, I don't even remember, like something terrible.
Well, welcome to the team. Booster is what your name translates to. I've never used you because you're level 35 and all you know is fire type moves, I think. And then honorable mentions, of course, are the other Pokemon that I've raised up this week. Smart Food Nacho, Charmeleon, level 34. Yes, I have 2. Yes, they're both at level 34. Yes, I'm going to do Mega Evolution X and Y if the game allows it. Haven't investigated.
I believe that it does.
That's going to be great.
I don't know when,
I'm really
but
looking
I do
forward to
that.
I have to admit, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Black Pepperjack, Vulpix, level 32. Working on training it up to go with my Alolan Vulpix, of course. Have both the Firestone and the Ice Stone already. Gave them both to us. And then, of course, Dynamita, Habanero, Porygon, level 27. My honorable mentions. Just sailing through this game.
The Gyarados I got a Persian for it, ironically.
Oh, that's why you wanted to know if you could use Persian.
That's what brought it up, other than the writing around on it. But I'm satisfied if I'm able to bring Roslyn back, who's level 32. So I was wrong; it was not 34. But
here's how the gym went for me, Josh.
Oh yeah, that reminds me too. It was a nice touch that the gym guy was just like wasting his life away at the slots in the game corner. You notice that? He's not at the entrance of this gym.
Yeah, well, there is someone here, and he says, haha, this gym is great. It's full of strong trainers.
Yeah, he's reformed. The original probably the original trainer Danger. We didn't have the segment back in the first season, but the guy who used to ogle these women.
Yeah.
He's reformed, and now he supports girl bosses.
Yeah.
And he admires them for their independence.
And you have to show the gatekeeper a cute Pokemon. Obviously showed it Vulpix.
Pikachu, yeah.
Blew him away.
This is a beautiful gym. It's like a
really nice gym.
A hedge maze, like a labyrinth. And
you see Erica right when you come in. She's sort of like framed. It's really beautiful. It's lovely. Yeah. Here's how the gym went for me. I had Vulpix, regular Vulpix in the lead. And I one-hit KO'd every single thing in this gym. Yeah. Probably up until Erica, in which case I like 2-hit killed everything in this gym.
Mine would just be Kadabra on any of the ones, which I think is... I switched it up a few times, I guess, because I wanted to like spread out the... I had to spread out the EXP so that one of them wouldn't like disqualify themselves, but it was either Kadabra, Psybeam for poison, or Pikachu has Floaty Float or Bouncy Bounce or fucking whatever.
Eevee picked up a second one this week.
So that's super effective also. And then I just swap between them. They were the only two that I used this whole time. And there was no trouble in here.
Easy peasy. Let's go mash these teams together. I'm feeling really good. Honestly.
Yeah, you're certainly going to win. It's not even like, I don't even know why I'm allowing this battle to happen.
Here's what's going to happen now.
All of your levels are higher than mine, and your team is just better.
Yeah. Here's the thing, bug catchers, that we're going to do.
The Mew.
Is we're going to go into online on our Switches, because we can do that now.
We're going to try. Are we even friends on here?
Which means, I think so. Must be. Which means that we can't share the Pokemon Showdown battles with you anymore. But we are going to stick around on mic and do our best to kind of comment on the battle as we go. And we'll just cut it down to something manageable so that you can at least hear the highlights of the battle as we go. I'm going to communicate now. Play with others. Oh, wow. Look at this Alakazam I just got. Keeping it. Yeah. But candying it.
No. I have so little to live for on this game, Tanner. Oh, God. I should have bought the Shadow Ball TM.
What modern technology? We've finally done it. Both sitting in our podcasting holes, trading over the internet. It? And here we're about to battle. We've finally done it. All right, here we go, bug catchers. An exciting battle between Caprica 6, a humanity-ending robot presence, and Dorito Doug, a guy who's just trying to collect every flavor of Dorito. Salsa Verde, you're in. I realized I meant to train. I got Psychic, and I meant to train it on to Mew before this battle, and didn't do that.
How did you get Psychic already?
Mr. Psychic in Saffron City. Yes, because I did the
so
whole
much mayor
thing.
cheating. It's so much mayor cheating.
I thought it was all part of it.
Also,
literally, you run into Brock and he gives you a T, so I was like, oh, I'm supposed to go back and give the T to the guy. The game points you in this direction, Josh.
Yeah, but that's next week.
Wait, and then they give you the flying machine?
Wait, are we doing Saffron or are we doing Fuchsia next week? We need to decide that, actually. Oh, okay. I think we do Fuchsia. We should go to Fuchsia.
Oh, yes. Dang it. You're going to make me hit myself, aren't you? Yes.
Oh, thank God.
You roll the dice sometimes.
Beedrill's out. Is that my first kill?
Yeah. I've only got one off you, right?
Oh, no, you've got 2 out of me.
All right. Well, you've poisoned my Mew with Toxic, and I hate that because you used my own favorite move against me.
Well, the only thing I have left is a Gloom, which you have literally every single Pokemon is super effective against it, so...
Let's bring out Booster.
I don't really even know, maybe I don't even want this on my team. You avoided the sleep.
Flareon. You want to sleep powder me? Guess what I'm going to do to you? Take down.
Just kill me, man. Yep. R.I.P. Rest in petals. That was horrifying.
All right, I beat Josh, obviously. But he did peel off one of my Pokemon.
Yeah, good. And that's only because you swapped out Mew and Arcanine in order to give me any chance.
I swapped Mew back in.
Yeah, but you could have killed the whole team with Mew, arguably.
Yes, absolutely. Probably with Arcanine, too, once he's paralyzed. Honestly, that facade is just way overpowered. That's it, Josh. We're on to our next journeys. We're on to our next adventure. Next week, we have to decide now. Saffron City or... what's the other one?
Fuchsia.
I
mean, I think I do like the Fuchsia route anyway, but I think we have to consider the level cap thing, and they both have level 44s.
Okay, well,
let's do Fuchsia anyway, because we're going to have to do Silphco once we go to Saffron, and we just did a Team Rocket thing. Let's take a little sea breeze.
Fuchsia. Koga.
Yeah, and I'm going to be taking... I guess you could do Cycling Road as well, but I guess I'm going to be going back to Lavender and then going down south and taking the coastal route.
Yeah, I'll do that too. Route 12, I think it is.
Yeah.
All right, great. Koga next week.
May Arceus be with us all.
May Arceus be with us all.
They were not this week for me.
Yeah, I'm feeling really good about my team. Honestly, even after that battle, I'm feeling even more bold. I'm probably going to shave off a few Pokemon this week, just sort of belligerently, emboldened by my successes. Hopefully no one I love. And I'm, you know what? Growing to love them all. Joshua, this has been Experience Share. It's a Pokemon podcast. My name has been Tangela and Tangler and Weep and Fiel. Please do rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts and do follow the show anywhere that you follow podcasts, and do follow us at EXPSharePod on Twitter and Instagram.
And check out our subreddit, reddit.com/r/bugcatchers, which is where you can play along and do level checks with the other bug catchers, and whoever gets the most upvotes at the end of the season will get to battle us with whatever our teams become.
And if you lose anyone, please do submit a eulogy or epitaph or piece of art, anything that is a creative expression for you.
Remembering your mom.
The Pokemon that you lost. We'll send you a sticker. Oh, well, you also have to send us your name and address.
Right. We might throw in some other stickers from past seasons as well.
Who knows? We got a whole shitload of stickers.
Yeah.
Joshua, bug catchers, I say to you all, goodbye. And Alola.
Alola. Smell you later.